Welcome and welcome back. My cat son is frustrated with me because he knocked his toy under the couch and I have not gone to get it yet. So he will likely be voicing his frustration at some point during this. But anyway, hi, if you're new here, my name is Jade and I am your writer and proprietress of Modern Edit, posted here on Substack and also on YouTube if you don't know where to find me. You can also find me at my website at jadekanui.com. That's JADEKANUI.com. And you can also look up JTG Presents, my boutique consulting agency, at jtgpresents.com if you're interested. You know what I mean. We do travel, we do events, we do coaching, we do consulting, and boutique project management. Joy, excellence, liberation is the name of our game. So if you're new here, that's my spiel. Happy to have you. And for those of you who are coming back, thanks so much. It's so nice to see you again. I'm recording on a Saturday because my schedule has been all kinds of messed up lately. I think I posted not too long ago about how having full control over your time is both a blessing and a curse. I am at the whim of my nervous system, which is regulating itself, thankfully, with the understimulation that I've been going through, really trying to mix some of those more distracting habits, which leads me to this post. This and another post that I was attempting to write just the other day on climbing Cringe Mountain. But then I realized with that, as I was scrolling through my YouTube feed, trying to acquire or looking for the resources that I was sharing at the bottom of this post, was that that's a very overdone topic. Like, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about getting over that initial fear of being seen or climbing Cringe Mountain, like looking bad at something before you get good at something is the rite of passage for building any skill. And when I learned that it was like it was being marketed as some kind of one-off event, that you just climb it once and then you can set it and forget it. That's not the case. So that leads me to the next step, the evolution of what eventually turned into this post, which was that I had the burning realization that Cringe Mountain is the journey. It's that starting point. You have the challenge. It's a very hero's journey, if we had to simplify it in a certain way. And I'm so sad because I've been listening to Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury on audiobook recently. I think it's still on the banned books list, but I will definitely look that up after I record this. I just usually record these in one-shot takes with no editing, so you're really getting me. And yeah, part of me is worried that we're going to start burning books soon, and that is my worst nightmare. That would be the thing that sets me off into anarchy, would be if we start messing with books, especially because I've also just caught up to One Piece. I started it after not watching it. I was an active One Piece hater without having seen it because I just thought it was so long. And now that I'm caught up, I've read both the manga, I watched the anime, I've seen the movies, I'm on the theory videos, I'm in it. It just gives me Ohara, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So I decided to myself that if I was going to go, I was going to go like a scholar of Ohara. And I'm quite satisfied with that. So in an effort to follow that value set of mine, because I do value personal and professional development, I do value growth and evolution as an internal journey. And we can go into the philosophies of internal journeys versus collective action, and what that relationship looks like in another time. That might be a cool topic to talk about. Let me know if you want to have that conversation started. But my point being is that self-learning is the act of mastery in any discipline, in any regard. And it is actually a fact of life that you will either get good at life or life will have you. You will just belong to nothing and no one, including yourself. I'm not really with that, and I don't think that those of you who watch my videos or who read read my writings are into that. So to that end, I've poured through thousands of minutes, like hours of YouTube videos across years of my life, because YouTube was created and launched in my lifetime. So I have an archive of personal experience to draw from. Um, and on top of that, I do have an educational background in learning what works for individuals and for groups, specifically groups who share a common identity within a community. It's kind of like community psychology is that step between social psychology and general like individual psychology, which I love because hey, we want to know why we click with each other. Um, all in a roundabout way of saying that if you don't learn how to learn, you won't learn how your mind works. And that's kind of like my thing is self-awareness. Like most of my content, if not all of my videos and my writings and my ideas all center around this liberation of building yourself. Your the brain, like algorithms and technology is modeled off the human brain. Yes? So like if you can get good at like learning if you get good at like learning how you learn, learning how you move, what your patterns are, and like feeling into that, you will get better at life. It's just the nature of the beast. If you subscribe to the belief that like your body is a meat suit and you are a spirit, a soul, an energy animating your body, then using that framework, your body is the vehicle through which you move through your life. You get good at you get good at navigating your body, your vehicle, then you get good at your car, and it all builds on each other, right? So say for example, you're like me, you're learning a new language. I'm learning how that language works structurally, how its culture impacts it, like what they believe. As like, for example, I'm learning Japanese because I'm really tired of walking out of a room and only vaguely understanding what the anime has said because I don't watch anime in dub. I watch it in sub. It's just been what I've done my entire life. And I don't want to have to keep rewinding things when I leave and come back to it. Like I just that's just the mode of being I'm in. So there's that. And I also would like to go to Japan on an upcoming trip, my next international one, even though I'm kind of nervous about leaving the country right now. When that opportunity arises, I would like to respect the host country by being able to communicate in its native language. So that being said, I'm learning how like the Japanese language is structured. I'm getting used to how it sounds like spoken, getting used to how the sounds feel by like vocalizing. So I have a lot of different ways I'm learning, right? Like I use Pimsleur for self-learning and it's practicing listening and speaking and it's more formal Japanese. I pay a community tutor to like have conversations with me, spoken conversations with me where they can guide my speaking and conversational development. I'm reading books and using workbooks and like writing and really engaging in a multi-dimensional way with different pathways of building a skill. Very multisensory, which I get into a little bit in this article. But really what I want to hammer home is that with so much knowledge and information at our fingertips, it is super easy to get lost in the sauce of what is conventionally working or what's popular to learn about now. You really should learn like what grooves in your own brain have been worn down by your learning in life up to this point. Like we shit on the public education system all the time, but you do get something from it. Even if it's just a pattern, a work ethic that you could mold and adapt to your current phase of life, which is what I have done personally. And the resources I've shared in this newsletter are exactly what I've used to reformat my learning, and it's really been helpful in like supporting my articulation of my creativity and of my thoughts and ideas. So, if you like what I've talked about here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I would love to start the chat. And I wanted to know what you're learning. Share what you're learning. And if you have any questions or like different notes and want to share what works for you and I haven't mentioned it, I would love to hear about it. Please do. With that being said, it was great to see y'all again. And until next time, couldn't tell you when that is, but I can tell you it'll be soon. Okay? Peace out.